this portion of it, took you out here to our par 3 course. So I think this is going to be a great way to kind of strengthen your mental game. What we're going to do for each of the shots you hit here is we're kind of going to re-go through your mental process of what you see before you hit. So we're going to kind of get behind the ball. We're going to look at where the pin is, what the wind's doing, what club we're hitting, and then we're also going to really, what I want you to focus on too is not so much that you're going to be planning to miss, but let's plan on where to aim so that if we do miss, we're taking stuff like bunkers and hazards kind of out of play.
Okay.
Is this something that you try to do? And if you do it, do you find that sometimes when you get into pressure situations, you kind of get away from it a little bit?
Definitely when I get into pressure situations, I do get away from it. I kind of, once I get into those modes, I kind of shut everything out and just swing the club, and so it's not good.
Kind of what we see, what you see from like the best players in the world is that even when they're playing bad or in bad situations, they never get away from their mental process that they go through. So let's have you start, and I kind of want you for the first 3 to kind of say what you're thinking to me,
Okay.
and then step up and hit it, and then the last 3 I want you just to go through that same process, okay? But without without verbalizing it, okay? So what are you thinking here as you look at this hole?
So my big miss is shot going to the right.
Okay.
So I always want to aim a little left. That way, if I leave it a little short, I don't go into those bunkers. I typically stay away from the bunkers on the left just because my natural shot shape is a fade.
Okay.
Right now we got a little right to left wind, so I'll only aim just probably 5 feet left. And if I go a little long, I got that slope in the back, I can bring it back. So, long isn't a bad shot on this one. I definitely don't want to be short. So I'm only going to aim just probably to that water cooler, just a little out to the left of the pin.
Okay. Just go through your regular process like you would. Kind of what we talked about, your miss a little bit over to the right.
Yep.
Okay. Step up with this same one, but I want you to really, when you're behind the ball, I want you to just take a few seconds and really see the flight of the ball.
Okay.
I want you to imagine it coming off the face. I want you to imagine the perfect one, working at that bunker, and then working towards the flag. And the last thing I want you to think about as you step over the ball, I want you to see that shot. I want you to think it's going to come off the face, it's going to come up at that bunker, the wind's going to hold it off, and it's going to drop down. I want you to really feel like you're going to see that before you swing, okay? All right, one more. Now, those last 2, both move kind of similar right. So let's get a little more aggressive with our line here.
Okay.
And by aggressive, I mean let's start it even farther left.
Okay.
So instead of that water cooler,
Kind of middle of the bunker.
Yeah, let's go middle of the bunker here.
Okay.
And you kind of know how the ball's going. A lot of your PAT is going to be, hey, today the ball's moving 15 yards. That's just what it is. Okay. So instead of aiming for our little miss, let's know it's going to move 15 yards, and let's set up for it at that bunker and feel confident worked in. And again, I want you to really visualize that before you see it, okay? Perfect. So the ball moved as much as we thought. We brought it a little bit back. back closer to target. One more, and let's just get even more aggressive. And let's start it all the way at the left edge of that left bunker, and let's just see where it moves in, okay? And I want you to really visualize that. I want you to think about it working off that bunker and landing right by the flag. Awesome. How good is that one?
Pretty solid.
So,
Like I said, if it goes a little long, you can see it coming back to the
Yeah.
cup right now.
and understanding how the ball's going to move and not being afraid to aim for what the ball movement is that day. So we hit 3 shots. They all moved 10 to 15 yards right. So you know what? Let's aim 15 yards left of it and commit to it. Good job, man.
Thanks.
Awesome.